Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome to this week's episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. I, as always, am your humble host, Van Ebert, and I don't know why I continually always try to say that the hardest, most difficult way possible. I should just say, I'm your host, Van Ebert. Much easier than me trying to, I, as always, am your, but that's a me issue, not a you issue, okay, right there. So, but with that being said, welcome again to Movies Merica. Spoiler warning, a Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire episode of Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. And as the title of the show implies or outright puts up in your face, there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this here episode, but that's the point. Or part of the point of this show is to give you the opportunity to, spoilers and all, live chat about the movie of the week. And again, in this case, it's Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire, okay? And yeah, you can live chat with me here. I'll go into more of that here in just a second as we get more detailed into the movie, okay? So, but just wanted to warm you all up, okay? That didn't sound creepy at all. All right, get your restraining orders ready, everybody. All right, but before then...
In a world where the number of movies available is great, but many are so bad, you'll learn a new definition of hate. One man sifts and reviews through the movie sludge. One man will be the movie cop, jury, and judge. He goes by many names, but you know him by Movies Merica. Yep. That's the music. That's the cue. That's the intro. And that's an indicator to me, yours truly, that we are almost to the weekend, everybody. Okay. It is Thursday evening. All right. So they can't take that away from us. Okay. So they can take away our cars, our houses, all of that, but they can't take away our freedom. Well, and the fact that it's Thursday. It's pre-Friday, everybody. Okay. So drink up here while you're checking out Movies Merica. Spoiler warning. All right. So obviously you can tell I'm staying hydrated and nice and coolly refreshed. Okay. But as I was saying a little earlier here, yes, you can live chat with me all about Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire. And you can live chat with me on YouTube and Rumble and Pilled.net. Okay. Because I don't want to just be talking to myself here all about this movie. All right. This is your chance to, comment, question, throw questions at me about this movie, any subject, So now I say any subject now, I may not address any questions that you have about any particular subject. Okay. If you're looking for crocheting tips, you throw that my way. Yeah, I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself because I don't know anything about that. Okay. So you have been forewarned, and being forewarned is being forearmed. All right. And I want to welcome my movie maniacs and my fellow freedom-fueled film fanatics. You know who you are. Okay. So don't try to deny it. You love freedom and you love film. Okay. And you have come to the right place, everybody. Okay. So, all right, let's get into Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire. And just really to stress the point of what movie we're talking about here, check out this cool graphic, this cool image, yes, of the atomic lizard and the massive monkey right there. But this movie is a movie that you could tell from my spoiler-free review that I did back on Sunday that I did not dig this movie. Okay, I thought this movie was brightly lit, sparkly dog shit. Okay, so it was basically just Hollywood throwing up a big old laser for all us cats to just just follow around the room, where's the laser? Where's the laser? Where's the laser? Ooh, where's the pretty laser? Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, that's exactly what the movie is. It's just a bunch of sparkly, twinkly little visual effects, for 90 fucking minutes. And, I mean, I get it. I have no problem with watching a movie and going into it, like, turning your brain off. And, you just want to kick fucking back, and you just want to forget about work and forget about, your old lady hassling you and your kids, shitting everywhere and whatever, you just want to forget about life, and you want a movie where you can turn your brain off. But this movie takes that a little too far, a little too seriously right there. Okay. It's just, you gotta throw something of intellectual merit at us, okay? I mean, not everything has to be Glengarry Glen Ross and Schindler's List and The Godfather Part 2, okay? I get that, okay? But not everything has to be like a retarded version of Paw Patrol, okay? So it's, we are, most of the people that are going to be seeing this movie, well, I was going to say we're all adults, but no, this movie caters to kids. And maybe that's what it is. This movie is for children. Okay. Whether you're a child that hasn't been potty trained, or you're a 38-year-old child, you're a man, or you're a boy who can shave. Okay. That's the intellect level of this movie, Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire, right here. And so that being said, this movie, we must have a lot of boys that can shave, because a lot of boys that can shave went and saw this movie, because this movie made some massive bank, some big bank this last weekend, its opening weekend, okay? Because Dune Part 2 had the biggest opening weekend so far this year, and I know we're only in early April, but so far, yeah, Dune Part 2 was in the top spot on the pedestal. It was holding up the gold medal, and then this big dumbass movie came out and knocked it off its perch right there. And that's probably because it is more geared towards the brain dead. So this being America, it's more accessible for a lot of people, okay? And a lot of people are like, oh, Godzilla and King Kong, I can't wait to go see it. Where with Dune Part 2, you don't exactly have to be like, the pinky up in the air, latte sipping, turtleneck wearing, bespectacled college professor types. You don't have to be that to like Dune, but you do have to have more than two brain cells to rub together. And so if you do have more than two brain cells to rub together, then yeah, you're probably gonna like Dune Part 2 more than you like Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire. But to the simple folk, the Godzilla Kong, the New Empire was a little more approachable, I guess a little bit more comprehensible, if that's a word. And so it made bigger bank in its opening weekend than Dune Part 2 did. So this movie, the simps went out in force for this movie right there. So you got to give them, what they want. I mean, there's been plenty of, stupid, lasers for cat light show movies where, people have gone out to check them out and have made the movie studios a lot of money. And the movie studios have heard your message. You have sent a message to Hollywood that I want brain dead things so my brain doesn't have to work so hard, okay? And Hollywood's like, all right, hey, simpletons, hey, morons, we're going to give you more of this moronic shit that you apparently like, okay? You apparently load, Mrs. Simple and your little simp juniors in the cars, and you go see stupid shit like Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire, or go see The Flash or something like that, and so we're gonna keep on making these dumbass movies for all you dumbasses, okay? So you've sent that message to Hollywood this past weekend again, okay? So definitely, hey. You put an extra cork in your fork there, simps, and in celebration. Okay, there you go. Also, one of the Now, I was going to say, I'm sure I've insulted some of my viewers, but my viewers, simpletons don't watch this show. Okay, so because you can't be a simpleton and appreciate this show right there. If you're a simpleton, you won't like this show. Okay, so but if you have some refinement and some taste, then Movies America spoiler warning will be for you. Yes, I'll drink to that, huh? Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh right. But how would you like to be a construction worker in the land of Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire? I mean, am I right? I mean, you're constructing all these skyscrapers and all these major cities, and then all of a sudden these creatures come along and they just bust up your shit. All right, they just bust up yo shit. They just tear it up. They're just knocking down skyscrapers left and right. And so, yeah, if you're just you're part of the construction crew, or you're the architect or something like that, and you're the financier for these skyscrapers, how motivated are you to rebuild? Okay, because you're spending years and years constructing all these skyscrapers, and all it takes is 1 millisecond for these big motherfuckers to come through and just destroy all your buildings. Okay, I just don't know, and then also on top of that, like, I guess in this world, do people pretty much just internally make peace with the fact that they could just be randomly killed by kaiju stomping around? Kaiju, or like Godzilla and Kong and Mothra, those are considered kaiju or titans. Okay, and so I mean, yeah, do you pretty much just have to come to terms, or just compromise, or just come at peace? Is that the word I said? Let's try that again. Make peace. There we go. Make peace with the fact that, at any moment, I mean, you could be, sitting, you could be at medieval times, chewing on a turkey leg, watching some jousting, and next thing you know, boom, you're squished. Godzilla just stepped on medieval times, or, you're out at the park with your kids, or on the swing sets, you're just like loving life. The sun's streaming down, and boom, all of a sudden, Godzilla, just lands right on the park, kills you, kills all your kids and whatnot. So, I mean, is that in the monsterverse? I guess that's pretty much what humans have to come to terms with. You just that's the world you have to make peace with. You're just 1 minute you're loving life, and next thing you know, you're pretty much just a greasy spot on the road or wherever you got schmucked by a kaiju fighting, on your terrain right there. So it's just a crazy stuff right there. Okay, so all right, so let's mix it up here a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, and I am going to tell you all about our fantastic website. Yeah, our website, that is tdpn.locals.com, and you can see that right up there at the top of the screen. tdpn.locals.com. TDPN as in Till Death Podcast Network. And that's where we have all our great content as part of the Till Death Podcast Network. We have our videos and blogs and articles all about movies and entertainment and news and booze and hot button topics of the day. Okay, I mean, you're going to hear about wars and politicians and mojito recipes and the latest Christopher Nolan news, all that, all on the same website. Now, I hear you already. All right, I'll slow your roll, okay? Know your role and shut your hole, okay? I hear you already, okay? Hey, Van, I can find websites that have all that kind of stuff already anyway, all right? What? Like, hey, not in the way we have it at this website, okay? So not in the fashion and the style that we have it presented to you on tdpn.locals.com. Okay, so yeah, so there. So as you can tell down below, if you put in promo code TDPN at the tdpn.locals.com website, you get 1 month free membership. I know, incredible. What kind of suckers give 1 month free away with their website? All right. So anyway, I'm going to pretend that's not me. Okay. I'm the sucker. Okay. So I'm one of the suckers. Okay. But anyway, hey, but take advantage of the fact that we're a bunch of suckers, and yeah, put in that promo code TDPN at the website and get yourself your 1 month free membership. And then after that, it's just a measly, just a little mini amount of $3 a month. Okay. Just it's shekels. All right. It's what you find in your couch cushions. Okay. I mean, it's probably sitting on the top of your dresser drawer right now. $3 is nothing. Okay. So that's all you have to do. That's all you have to pay each month to be a full VIP to the website right there. Okay. So are you picking up what I'm putting down? Absolutely, you should. So yes, tdpn.locals.com. Get there. Yes. All right. So, I mean, I got so much to say, guys, about Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire. But before I do here, let me remind you to hit that old like button down there. All right. Just smash that like button like your Godzilla or your Kong just tromping through Hong Kong, or you're tromping through LA. You're stomping on shit. Well, stomp on that like button right down there. Okay. And then while you're stomping things, all right, you might be stomping Detroit. Let me try that again. Stomping Detroit, or some wine grapes or something like that. Or while you're stomping, again, stomp the like button and stomp on that follow or subscribe button down there as well. Okay. Now, if you've already stomped on the follow or subscribe button, don't hit it again, because that's going to unfollow you there. Right? So don't do that. And then hit that notification bell again down there. Okay. No, not down there. No, down there, down over here. Yeah, down there. Okay, so it's not that kind of show. So you hit that notification bell, and as it sounds, you're going to get notified of brand new Movies Merica episodes whenever a hot, piping, fresh, sizzling episode of Movies Merica is available just for you. Okay, so do it. All right. So what else to say about Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire? I mean, this movie is going straight into my CGI till you puke bargain DVD bin that you find at Walmart. Okay, so it's going to be in there with Shazam, Fury of the Gods, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and The Flash. Okay, it's going to be down in that bargain bin where, you're searching for, you're one of those, little simpletons that are like, man, where's Navy SEALs? I really like that movie, Navy SEALs. It's got to be down here at the bottom of this Walmart DVD bargain bin. It's got to be down here somewhere where, it's going to keep Navy SEALs. It's going to be in that bargain bin where you're just searching, groping through DVDs, probably picking up all kinds of diseases from, other people that have actually gone through the DVD bargain bin. That is where I'm putting Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire, and that's where it belongs. Okay, so, and it's because all it is, it's just an orgy of CGI. Okay, I mean, it's, I've heard people say, hey, as long as you go into this movie not expecting anything more than Godzilla and Kong destruction, you'll like this movie. But again, that's a commentary on the intellect of today's moviegoer to willingly lower your standards in order to not just tolerate, but like a brainless light show, like what's the Godfather, like Godzilla or Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire. Okay. You gotta, like I said before, you gotta stop chasing the laser around the room like you're some dumb cat. Okay. You're better than that. Right? I think you're right. I mean, the expectation shouldn't be on you to dumb yourself down and lower your standards. The expectation should be on Hollywood to write better movies, okay? I mean, that's the way it is. I mean, that's the onus should be on them. I mean, they need you more than you need them. I mean, you got plenty of other things you could do to entertain yourself. but they only have one audience. Okay, now I know it seems like Hollywood is completely oblivious to that fact, but that the fact remains that they only have one audience. Okay, and if they piss you off, then you're gone. Okay, or well, I would think you're gone, but it seems unfortunately like no matter how much Hollywood phones it in and half-asses their movies, people will still watch that shit. Okay, so and so you're kind of ruining. And when I say you, I don't mean like all of you or anything like that, or probably not even the people that are watching this right now, but like just the normies. They're sending the message to Hollywood that, hey, Hollywood, you're doing just fine. Okay, so yeah, I know that you're plopping cat shit into our bowls for us to lap up and whatnot. But hey, you know what? We're going out. We're spending our hard-earned dollars on it. So we're telling you that's what we want right there. So, but I mean, I don't have a problem with making a movie with monsters tearing things up. I mean, I have no problem what that is. But when you create a movie like that where you've got monsters just tearing shit up, like put yourself in the shoes. You remember like where you're at when you were a kid, Hollywood. Okay, when directors and producers and studio heads, remember what made you love movies. What made you want to get into the business in the first place? Obviously, there were movies that as a kid you stared up at the movie theater and you're like, oh my God, this is so great, life changing. Oh, like remember those days when you're making a movie. Okay, you should be aspiring to create those kind of movies for your audience right there. Okay, all right, and I know Hollywood's completely listening to me and watching this right now because I mean, come on, the studio heads of Warner Brothers, Paramount, Universal, they all watch Movies America, spoiler warning, all the time. Of course. So of course they're hearing every syllable coming out of my mouth right now. But yeah, remember that. Remember how you liked to be entertained when you were a kid, when you were still full of innocence, okay, instead of piss and vinegar, and aspire to make movies like that, okay? And there's a few directors out there that are still like that. I mean, you got Denis Villeneuve and Christopher Nolan, all kinds of movie directors, and I shouldn't say all kinds, but there's a few diamonds in the rough out there, okay? So, and like A24, the studio heads at A24, kind of the same way, where they still appreciate providing some profound, fresh material that makes people look up at the movie screen, and go, "Whoa, amazing! Whoa!" Okay. Like a great example is like last year's "Talk to Me," that underseen horror movie. Okay, that's a movie where the Filippo brothers, okay, that made that movie, and this is like their first feature movie they ever made. You watch that movie and you could tell these are brothers that when they were much younger, they watched movies, probably like Die Hard and Lord of the Rings, that just that they were just in awe of when they were watching them, right? And so they want to create a movie like that where people are watching it and they're just like their jaws are dropped to the floor. And if you watch Talk to Me, it is that way. Your jaw is dropped to the floor when you watch that movie. And so that's just something that all too many directors and producers and studio heads have forgotten. They just like, we don't really need to worry about that. Okay. And Godzilla -1 is a prime example of what I'm talking about, where you could have a movie where there's this creature that is just tearing shit up, but also make all that tearing up of shit compelling by having a great story and developing characters that you don't want this big scary monster to kill. Okay. And so with Godzilla -1, like the saying goes, you're buying the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge. I mean, because I was on the edge the whole time with Godzilla -1, and I looked around when I was watching that movie in the theaters, and I could see other people were just like, oh yeah, they're sitting on the edge too, because this movie fucking rocks. Okay, this is made by people that want to entertain you, that want you full of wonder and thinking about the movie well after you've walked out the movie theater door and popped into your car and driven home, okay? And Godzilla Minus One, I was thinking about that movie for a long time after I saw it, okay? I mean, a long time. It's it's one of those movies where and like talk to me that I just mentioned that horror movie. I watched that movie and I just was thinking about it. Late Night with the Devil. That's a recent movie that I just saw here. I haven't reviewed it, but that's another movie where I just couldn't stop thinking about it for a couple of hours after I saw Late Night with the Devil. And again, you should go see Late Night with the Devil. I mean, you probably got to rush out to the theaters real quick to go see it because it's probably not going to be in theaters very long, and it had a limited release. But yeah, I like movies like Godzilla Minus One and Talk to Me and Late Night with the Devil, where it's just you're thinking about it, for a long time, or at least you don't forget about it. There's so many movies like Godzilla, Kong, The New Empire, where you go watch it, and then right after you get up out of your seat in the movie theater, it's like movie you're just completely memory is just wiped. Okay, I'm not ever going to think about this movie again. Except I do think about it because I have a movie review show. Okay, so I have to think about it again. But your normie isn't going to think about this movie again because it's completely fucking forgettable. Okay, it's ugh. Yeah, it's but I don't know. The American Godzilla movies like this one and Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla King of the Monsters or Kong King of whatever the hell that other monsterverse movie was. These are just totally forgettable movies, okay? And if Godzilla and Kong, if these movies got barbecued by some Godzilla nuclear breath, okay, I would not cry. I would not shed a tear, all right? I would not go to that funeral because I have no problem with these American Godzilla movies just dying a horrible death, okay? But they're not gonna die a horrible death because this movie just made serious big bank this last weekend, and so thanks to everybody that went and saw the movie, we're gonna get more of this shit. So thanks, yeah. So hey, let's switch it up here again a little bit. Why don't we here? Because I want to show you a promo for something that I am very excited about. Very, very excited about. It's the bee's knees. It's the cat's pajamas. All right. Everybody is going to be talking about this. All right. But instead of me prattling on about it, let me show you, not tell you. So yes, the Bannies, everybody, the Bannies coming to you very, very soon. Okay, so and the Bannies is, you've heard of the Oscars, you've heard of the Emmys, the Golden Globes. All right, they bow at the feet of the Bannies. Okay, so you're going to completely forget about the Oscars. Well, you should have forgotten about the Oscars already by this point, but the Bannies will really, really wipe it from your memory. Okay, so and that is coming up. That's going to be our award show, and we're going to have great categories like most banned news media personality, the most banned sports figure, the most banned movie pop culture personality. We're going to have the most offensive commentator, the biggest dingus award, and then we're going to have a lifetime achievement award, all coming to you as part of the Bannies. And like you said, we've got all kinds of great special guests there, like, Chad Prather and the guys from Weapons of Meme Destruction and Josh LaCash. I mean, yeah, all kinds of great personalities. So it's going to be a good time. We're going to have like some cool commercials, and that it's going to be great. So it's just going to be our Till Death Podcast Network, polished, improved version of all the award shows that you've seen out there, where the celebrities are sucking each other's dicks and patting each other on the back and all that stuff. It's just one big celebrity circle jerk. Okay. So, well, this is going to be an award show you're actually going to want to watch. Okay. So check out the Bannies. All right. Yeah. That should be on your list here coming up here. There on April 24th is when you will be able to see all of that. Yes. Okay. And you know what? I'm getting a little thirsty, everybody. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I mean, again, you guys should be drinking. Okay. It's pre-Friday. It's almost the weekend. This is a perfect show for just kicking back, relaxing with a cold one, or a hot one. I don't know, depending on where you're living. Maybe you're in some the frozen tundra, some subarctic temps, and you're sipping a hot toddy, whatever. Okay. But the point is, you should be drinking something, having a good time. And so that tells me that it is time for brew review time. All right, everybody. So let me introduce you to a friend of mine. All right. So a good old friend of mine, a friend from the motherland. Okay. Nine. Okay. A little Schoffelhofer. Okay. Schoffelhofer. And this comes to us from our friends in, I know, big surprise, Germany. I know. Who saw that coming, right? And this is their juicy pineapple Hefeweizen beer. Okay. And this, right off the bat, right from the jump, I'll tell you, this is a true turn in your man card beer. Okay. I mean, it's very fruity. It's very sparkly. Okay. It's very refreshingly delicious. Okay. See, it's happening. You can hear its effects on me already. So, yeah, this is definitely a turn your man card beer in. Okay. I can just feel my tea levels decreasing with every sip. Okay. Of this Schofferhofer juicy pineapple Hefeweizen beer. Right. But I just wanted to give it an old test drive here. And, I can tell already, yeah, it's not going to help the old tea levels right there. So probably will not be buying this again, or at least not that I'll be telling you, because yes, it is decadently. Is that a word? It's very decadent. We'll just leave it at that. It's very decadent as far as like how sweet it is. Okay, so it's so this is definitely like a sorority girl kind of beer here. Yeah, they would love it. They would love it. Okay, so it's the kind of beer they're going to be drinking too much of, and then one of their girlfriends is going to have to hold their hair while they yak into a planter somewhere. Okay, so it's that kind of beer. Okay, and it's but they're going to have to drink a whole lot of it because it's only like 2.5% alcohol by volume. Okay, so but who knew that anything so juicy and so sparkly could come from the motherland? Okay, 999. Okay, so. So, schnell, drink that beer. Okay, so here we go. Achtung! Very good. Yes. So, yes, a little Schofferhofer beer right there. Even looks like my wrist is getting a little limp there, too, as I'm drinking this as well. So, not good. Let me give it a big man grip. That sounded gay as well. All right, there we go. I'm just going to hold it like that. There, that's even gayer. All right. I'm going to wrap this up here real quick. That has been brew review time. Ooh, that was a close one. I had to get out of that fast right there, I'll tell you. So I'm going to have to change my oil and just replace the alternator in my car, for no good reason, not because I need to, but afterwards, or go do some deer hunting or something like that, or go watch some World War II documentaries to get my T levels back up. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Gotta take evasive action to compensate for that sparkly beer that I was just drinking there. Yes. And so you definitely get into the live chat, everybody, and check out this show right there. And again, if you know of anybody that you even remotely, even slightly suspect would like this show, okay, all about Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire, by all means, you can do that here. Or right now, if you're just tuning in and you realize, oh my God, this guy's going to, spoil this movie for me. Well, you can have the show on, but just mute it, okay? And that still helps me out with watch minutes, okay? So you can have the show on muted, like on another tab on your browser or something like that, and but have it muted so the movie doesn't get spoiled. And you're just helping me out with watch minutes. It helps me out with that almighty overlord that we all serve here as content creators, the algorithm. Yes. So you can help me out that way, all right? But or if you're watching later on and you're not watching live, hey, I appreciate you watching. So hey everybody, there you go. How you doing? Thanks for watching this later on. Hear the recording of it. So it means a lot. Okay, so all right, so we'll see some live chatters there maybe a little later on. But so much more to say about Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire. Oh my God. I mean, I get it. You watch these monster movies for the human interactions, like you watch porn to hear the conversation between the sorority chick and the plumber. Okay, I get it. It's you're not watching things get busted up and monsters, fighting and duking it out, because you want to really get embroiled in some serious human drama. No, you're not watching it for that, but it's sad that the writers have gotten way too comfortable with that reality and have just stopped even trying to write something for the human characters that is engrossing and intriguing and interesting, okay? To make the action that much more interesting, okay? That much more captivating, all right? Because if you don't like the humans, you couldn't give a crap about Godzilla and Kong tearing buildings up and destroying cities, or some evil creature eating the humans or just killing them or dropping shit on them and whatnot. If you don't care about the human characters, you're like, hey, bad creature, kill all those humans. I don't care, because the writers haven't bothered to write anything that makes me care about the human characters in this, okay? The humans in this are just exposition dumpers and scale demonstrators. All right, they're just there to show like how big they are compared to how big Kong and Godzilla and Mothra and all these creatures are. They're just scale demonstrators, okay? And you get Rebecca Hall. She returns to play Dr. Exposition Dumper in this. And, she's in this with a haircut that basically will not attract any man whatsoever. She's just, I'm sure, as part of this movie, I think she basically, I don't know if it was her or the director or whatever, but they were like, hey, Rebecca Hall, we're going to take away all femininity about you. Okay, we're going to just take away, we're going to take away all the feminine charms that you have. We're going to give you a Donald Trump haircut. Okay. where you're gonna have a big lesbian following from now on, but all heterosexual dudes aren't going to be into you at all. Okay, because remember, Rebecca Hall is a luminous woman. She's an attractive woman when she is allowed to be attractive. Okay, I mean, just watch her in the Ben Affleck movie, The Town, that came out 14, 15 years ago already. Wow. Has it been that long since The Town came out? Incredible. So, or she was in Iron Man 3. Okay. she has the capability of looking attractive, okay, of being effeminate. But in this movie, nope, they're like, yeah, we want to make her look like a 14-year-old boy. Okay, so that's Rebecca Hall playing Dr. Exposition Dumper. Excuse me. And then we have Dan Stevens, and he makes his debut in the MonsterVerse here as this wild and wacky kaiju veterinarian who basically wears Ace Ventura's hand-me-down Hawaiian shirts, okay? And he's just like this fun-loving guy that likes to listen to classic rock, okay? So, yeah, I guess apparently Adam Wingard, the director of this, is trying to be James Gunn, okay? He's just another movie that's trying to steal from the Guardians of the Galaxy and the Suicide Squad movie formula of, hey, we're just going to throw some classic rock tunes in here, and that's just going to make our movie better. No, okay. A pile of dog shit with Foghat playing over it is still a pile of dog shit, okay? Doesn't really matter, but Dan Stevens is the character where, he's doing his thing in the movie, and suddenly you hear ELO or Styx or something like that playing. Okay, so but it doesn't help the movie. The bloom is off that rose as far as, hey, we're just gonna plunk in a bunch of dad rock into our movie, and that's gonna make this movie good. Yay! Okay, so you got to do bore that. So, but hey, all right, got Trevor here in the show. I appreciate that. So, and hey, whoa, hey, what are you going to Phoenix? Sweet, outstanding. There you go. I'm a big fan of Phoenix there. So, hey, I don't know if you have how much time you have or how much time you're going to have there. Let's try that again there, Van. Let me burp myself so I can talk right. Yeah, get to like a Camelback Mountain. That's a cool thing to see down there, or South Mountain. I think it's South Mountain. I think that's another mountain that I climbed there. So all kinds of cool shit to see in Phoenix. But yeah, no, that's all. It's all good there, Trevor. So all cool. Oh, Final Four. Nice. Excellent right there. Because yeah, his Purdue Boilermakers are in the Final Four there. So now Purdue Boilermakers pretty good at basketball. Football not so much, but basketball pretty good. Damn good. A lot better than my Michigan. There we go. My Michigan at in basketball, that's for sure. We finally get around to winning a football national championship this year, and then we blow goats when it comes to basketball. So, but anyway, that's sports ball. That's sports ball talk. I don't want to bore you guys all with that, but yeah, congrats to you, Trevor, and your Purdue Boilermakers for being in the Final Four right there. May you win it all. Okay, so yeah, I have to admit I haven't been keeping track of March Madness as much just because my Michigan Wolverines are not in there. So, but good to see you. Good to see you there, Trevor. So, but yeah, it's this movie is yeah. It's got its faults. Okay, if you've been watching the show here for more than 2 minutes, as you've gathered, Van does not like Godzilla Kong, the new Empire there. So, I mean, it's just, and you got, Brian Austin Green or Billy Bagel Bites or Brian Tyree Henry, that's his name. Yeah, he returns from the last movie. I think he was just in the last movie with Godzilla versus Kong, and he's just the comic relief minus the comic part of it. Okay, so he's supposed to be funny. He's probably funny again to the simple folk. Okay, the simple folk. He's probably absolutely fucking hilarious to the simple folk. Brian Tyree Henry. Oh my god, he's so hilarious. But to me, yeah, not didn't make me giggle one time whatsoever, and that's because of the shitty writing. So I'm not going to put all that on Brian Tyree Henry, but yeah, he's pretty much just like bargain basement Kevin Hart. Okay, so he's interchangeable with Little Rel. Little Rel was like the person of color comic relief in Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. So it's I used to think that was like kind of a staple of the 90s, right? You had your main character in a movie, and they always had like, so wow, the wacky black best friend. So, but I guess it's making a comeback right there. We're bringing that 90s classic back right there. So, hey, let me put that back up there so I don't want to deprive you of that right there. So, but yeah, it's just too bad about this movie. It's, do yourself a favor and look elsewhere for entertainment. Okay, steer clear of Godzilla Kong, the New Empire. I mean, give it a wide berth. Okay, give it away, stay away, and do yourself a favor and don't check out this movie right here. Now, apparently, for a lot of people, it's too damn late. Okay, because again, like I said, this movie made big bank this weekend, but it'll be interesting to see like what the drop off is at the box office. Okay, maybe maybe a lot of people will go there and they'll think it's dog shit, and then they'll spread the word. Now, actually, I don't think that's the case because it looks like what is the? Let's check out the cinema score here for King or for Godzilla Kong New Empire here. So what the cinema score is for that here. Let's check this out. All right, now I did not want to look at that right there. Oh my God. Oh, my eyes. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So yeah, let's see here we go. Yeah, here's the cinema score right there. So share this out right there. And we'll do a little screen sharing right there. And we'll do this share screen. And we'll check that out. There we go. All right. And let's do this in 3, 2, 1. There we go. So yeah, we got our cinema score right there. So we got ourselves A minus right there. So yeah, maybe what I was saying about the word of mouth, the bad word of mouth going out and convincing people not to see this movie. Maybe that's not going to happen because apparently the people that are seeing this have given it an A minus score. Why? I don't know, but I don't know. It's a sad state of affairs right there. Sad state of affairs, but I don't know. It's just me, and I'm not saying like I'm not some intellectual. Okay, I'm not some uppity movie reviewer or someone that. Believe me, you are not going to see me ever reviewing like French new wave cinema on this fucking show. Okay, you're never going to see me reviewing the finer avant-garde movies of the 1930s. Like, and I'm not that kind of movie reviewer. Okay, so I'm not some movie snob, but I also know cinematic dog shit when I see it. And yeah, Godzilla Kong, the New Empire is basically a pile of dog shit with extra nuts. Okay, is what this movie is right there. So, alrighty then. I think we're getting close here to what is my favorite segment of every Movies America spoiler warning show. Okay, and now if you've seen any episodes of Movies America spoiler warning before, then you know what I'm going to say is my favorite segment of every episode here, and that is the movie military moment segment. There we go. Had to turn my brain on there for a second. Okay, so the movie military moment. That is my favorite segment of every Movies America spoiler warning episode right there. And you may be asking yourself, what is the movie military moment? Well, what that is yours truly's opportunity that I give myself to pay homage or pay tribute to someone that has been awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. Someone's been in the military. That's the military part of the movie military moment. Okay. Now, you may be asking yourself, like, what the hell is the connection between that and movies? Well, I shall tell you, dear friend. So, as you would imagine, in order to be awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor, all right, you don't get awarded that for doing a good job at just driving around an Army Jeep or doing a super duper job working in the mailroom. No, you do a fantastic job at doing some kick-ass shit. Okay, like you're taking a flamethrower to a Japanese pillbox, and then you're getting shot at, and you're defying death to save your fellow soldiers, or you're a helicopter pilot and you're landing in a hot LZ, and you got You got the Viet Cong trying to put 1,000 holes in your helicopter, but you don't care because you got the wounded to get evacuated, all right? So things that if you saw that on a movie screen, right in front of a big old movie screen, your eyes would bug out of your head. A very cool, a very momentous movie military moment. So that's why I call this segment the movie military moment, okay? And yes, Trevor's psyched. Trevor is psyched for the military moment, and I dig that about you. I dig that about you right there. So yes. So this movie military moment is going to be all about one Private First Class George Dilboy, and he fought in World War One. Okay, and yeah, he is someone that is very worthy of having honor bestowed upon him in the movie military moment, and is definitely worthy of having his own music. So here we go. This is the movie military moment. And in this movie military moment, we pay tribute to one Private First Class George Dilboy, who fought for our country in World War I. And let's learn more about what Private First Class Dilboy did to be awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. After his platoon had gained its objective along a railroad embankment, Private First Class Dilboy, accompanying his platoon leader to reconnoiter the ground beyond. Reconnoiter means like to survey and make a military observation of some terrain. That's what reconnoiter means, but I digress. His platoon leader to reconnoiter the ground beyond was suddenly fired upon by an enemy machine gun from 100 yards. From a standing position on the railroad track, fully exposed to view, he opened fire at once, but failing to silence the gun, rushed forward with his bayonet fixed through a wheat field toward the gun emplacement, falling within 25 yards of the gun with his right leg nearly severed above the knee and with several bullet holes in his body. With undaunted courage, he continued to fire into the emplacement from a prone position, killing 2 of the enemy and dispersing the rest of the crew. In short, this guy was a bad motherfucker, okay? And he did all that for our country. So we salute you, Private First Class George Dilboy, our honoree for the movie military moments. All right, so short but sweet this week for Private First Class Dilboy there. But his action took place at Belleau, France, and his action date in which he did what you just heard in order to be awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor was all done July 18th, 1918. Okay, so and that was shortly after the Battle of Belleau Wood, which is a slightly more famous battle in World War One. But World War One, it was no joke. Okay, it doesn't get the movie love that World War II and Vietnam and the Iraqi and Afghan wars get, but some serious shit, some scary shit. So yeah, check out movies like 1917, All Quiet on the Western Front. Okay, that's All Quiet on the Western Front on Netflix. Woo, man! If you want a movie that shows you the hell that World War One was, oh my God, watch All Quiet on the Western Front on Netflix. And that's a remake of the classic All Quiet on the Western Front there, the black and white one that came out way like decades and decades ago right there. So, but that's been our movie military moment, everybody. So, and again, hey, if you happen to know the family of Private First Class George Dilboy, and friends and family, whatever, hey, let them know about their loved one being honored in this tribute, the movie military moment. I imagine they would probably get a kick out of it. Okay, they would appreciate that. So, all right, to that, That deserves a drink. Ooh, that sounded gross, I'm sure. So sorry about that. See, my T levels were skyrocketing learning about a badass motherfucker like Private First Class George Dilboy right there. My T levels were going way up, so I needed to drink a little bit more of that Shuffler Hopper to get my T levels down. All right, so well, that voice didn't sound very low T right there, because I've got a manly voice, very very manly. Sam Elliott, eat your heart out. All right, where were we? So, oh yeah, let me do this here. Let me beg for money from you guys. Okay, so and my begging for money involves reminding you that hey, if you're digging what you're hearing right now, you appreciate me warning you off of King Kong, off of Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. Helping, try to, me just trying to help my fellow man. Okay, if you can appreciate that kind of effort, me slaving over a hot Movies America stove for you ungrateful bastards. Well, if you appreciate that, you can give me what's called a super chat on YouTube, and that's all you have to do in order to give me a super chat is hit that button down by where you type in your live chat that has a dollar bill on it. And when you do that, it just opens up a window where you can choose to give me $1 or $2 or 100 or 500 or whatever. Okay, so now I'm not one of the big boys. I'm not one of the big boy YouTubers. Okay, those guys are getting like $500 super chats, $1,000 super chats. Nah, I haven't served my time in the trenches quite yet. Okay, like them. So I know I'm not getting that kind of bank. Okay, but yeah, if you want to throw me $1 or $2 or something like that, hey, it would not go unappreciated. And then if you're on Rumble and you want to do something like that, you can give me what's called a Rumble rant. And how you do that is, again, down by where you type in your live chat message, you just hit the button that has a $sign on it, and that will let you choose, to throw $1 or $2 my way, okay? Or if you're on Pilled, you can give me what's called gold pills. And gold pills in the pilled.net world equate to money, to moolah, okay? So dinero, to crisp Benjamins, okay? And so, yeah, you can give me some gold pills on there. And I believe you just hit the old gold pill button there on Pilled. And, yeah, you can just throw some gold pills my way. And that just, throws a little money my way. Again, if you're so inclined, okay? I'm not pressuring you or anything like that. Hey, if you just feel like doing it, you like what you're hearing or watching or whatever, go ahead and do it. Okay, so all right, that's been me. That's enough of me like shaking my tin coffee cup. Like, some change, sir, some change. Can you give me some change? I gotta eat, man. Yes, I won't spend it on drugs. I promise. Or okay, maybe not many drugs. Okay, I might fit some drugs in there somewhere, but the rest of it I'm going to spend on food. And by food I mean crack. Yeah, it's ooh, yeah. It's a dicey situation there. So, but now, of course, I have more random thoughts about Godzilla Kong, the New Empire here. I mean, it's got no Millie Bobby Brown, so that's a good thing about it. No Millie Bobby Brown. People probably know her more as, what's her name? 11? Is that her name on Stranger Things? 11 or someone? She got some weird fucking name on Stranger Things. But yeah, Millie Bobby Brown is not in this movie right there. Apparently, she's too big time. But that's one plus for this movie is that we don't have any Millie Bobby Brown in this. And I mean, she's one of those actresses that could really benefit from us all going back to the day before social media. Remember those days where the only time you saw celebrities was like in their movies or their TV shows or the Oscars or something like that? And maybe you hear about them from, magazine articles. Remember those magazines? Remember those? Kids, there were these things called magazines back in the day where they were made out of this thing called paper that you read. You read these magazines and whatnot. Yeah. So, but I digest. But yeah, that's the only time you heard from celebrities. But now, thanks to the magic and wonder of social media, yeah, you get to hear from celebrities. You get to hear from celebrities. And they have demonstrated thoroughly, thoroughly to you and me that they're very good at, their acting. They're very good at being adult pretenders in movies and that kind of thing. Okay. Not so good at the real life things. Okay. Their political takes are usually garbage. Their takes on things that actually matter in life are dog shit. Okay. And Millie Bobby Brown is one of those actresses that could really benefit from us jumping in a time machine and making sure that social media never exists so that she can't reveal to us via social media what a complete moron she is right there. So, but yeah, she's in there with like Mark Ruffalo, and I was gonna say Daryl Hannah, but she's not on social media all that much. Mark Ruffalo and Mark Hamill. What's about Marks? Like Marks are morons. I don't know what that is all about. So yeah, the Rob Reiners, the Stephen Kings, all those people. So yeah, it's celebrities that it just completely like they're with their low IQ, they're unarmed but still extremely dangerous. Okay, so and then another thing about Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire is it does have the Hollow Earth concept, and it has Hollow Earth in it, and so that was introduced in Godzilla versus Kong. The movie came out in 2021, also directed by the same guy who did this Abomination. And so Hollow Earth is where Kong lives, and Hollow Earth is like this alternate Earth that I think is down. It's inside the Earth, like near the Earth's core or something like that. It's kind of like Zion in the Matrix, right? So, but not at all like Zion. So I don't know why I mentioned that. But yeah, so that's where Hollow Earth is at. So again, I got introduced with Kong versus Godzilla. And then also there's that Monarch Legacy of Monsters series on Apple TV. And so they have Hollow Earth in that. But in that, Hollow Earth, when you go there, time slows down when you're in Hollow Earth. Okay. And so you go to Hollow Earth for like, 2 years or something like that, and you come back, and next thing you know, like everybody is like, dead. Okay, up in Earth or something like that. So I can't remember if it's that extreme, but time slows down in Hollow Earth. Whereas in Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla Kong, the New Empire, there is no time slowdown like that with Hollow Earth there whatsoever. So this little tidbit and whatnot. So, but it's just kind of a stare and compare between Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire, and the Monarch, the Legacy of Monsters series there on Apple TV there. But yeah, and then also, I mean, like I always like to tell people, hey, is a movie a woke after school special? I mean, are you gonna go to a movie expecting to be entertained, and instead you're going to get lectured? All right, you need to learn how to live right there, young man. Okay, where you're going to have Hollywood teaching you, the people, the peasants, the people that they think are the peasants, teaching you the right way to live. Okay, no, this is not. This movie doesn't have any of that shit. And so that's one plus. That's one feather in its cap, is that it's not a woke after school special in this. I mean, now I was sleeping for a lot of the movie, so if they did sneak in some "what people are so stupid" jokes in this, I might have missed it because I might have been sleeping. I might have been catching some Z's during this movie. And then occasionally I would hear like a small child laugh in the theaters, and it would just wake me out of my sleep. Oh, I'm still at the movies. I'm still watching this fucking sorry excuse of a movie. So yeah, thanks Junior for waking me up out of this beautiful slumber I was enjoying over here. Thanks a lot. Okay, so but yeah, so again, I was sleeping a lot. So again, yeah, if they snuck in, some "what people are so stupid" jokes, I probably missed it there. So, or I could have missed them there, to be completely honest with you there. So Oh, right. Let's mix it up here again. Because, variety is a spice of life, everybody. And yeah, let me just remind you again of the upcoming Bannies. So yeah, there we go. I mean, are you psyched like I am for the Bannies coming up here later on this month? I mean, come on, you should be. I mean, if you don't have a heartbeat, if you're not, if you're not excited and gassed up and gigged for the Bannies, okay. So, and again, that's everybody here at the Till Death Podcast Network is involved with that. I'm writing a lot of stuff, people, for the Bannies and a lot of skits and that kind of thing for it. So it's going to be a good time. All right. So it's going to be fantastic. Again, the Oscars and the Golden Globes, they bow for their sensei. And the sensei is the Bannies. Yes. So I was going to mention here about Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire. It's directed by Adam Wingard. Okay. And the reason I bring up Adam Wingard is because he is the director of one of my all-time favorite movies, okay? And one of my all-time favorite movies is The Guest, okay? And The Guest is a movie about this army vet, okay? He's like this badass soldier. And the movie starts out with him. He's out, he's just, walking out, in the wilderness or whatever. He's not walking out in the wilderness, but he's arriving at a home, okay? And the home is the family of one of his fellow soldiers that fell in battle, okay? Or at least that's his story, right? And so he's officially invited in as a guest of the family, hence the name of the movie, The Guest. Well, so this army guy, he is not who he seems, okay? And he starts giving off kind of creepy vibes to us as the audience, okay? And we're starting to kind of think like, this guy is not like this friendly soldier type, this aw shucks. Hey, I'm just serving my country and I'm here to, pay tribute to the family of one of my best buds who fell in battle here. He's not just that, okay? And he starts doing some evil shit, okay? And he's going out, he's killing people, and you can clearly tell this guy's a complete psycho, okay? And so he's the title character, he's the guest, and he's played by Dan Stevens, who is in Godzilla, Kong, the New Empire. He's that wild and wacky kaiju veterinarian, okay? So the guest is the guest proceeds on. He's like his dark evil side is slowly exposed to this family and to the town that he's winds up in. And boys, this town, and his family in particular, sorry that this guy ever came into their lives. Okay. And it's a great movie because it's Halloween themed. It takes place at Halloween, and it's got this, it's edited and shot like a 80s horror movie. Okay. Think Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street and, even any Wes Craven movie from the 80s, okay? It's got this 80s horror music soundtrack and shit. And it takes place during Halloween, so you got all the Halloween decorations. It's really, really badass and whatnot. Even the title card and all that stuff is just very 80s. The music is all 80s. But it's an action movie. It's this action adventure movie with blood and guts and gunfights and people just getting killed and whatnot. But it's and so it's more of an action adventure movie, but it's shot like a horror movie. Okay, it's just very, very cool that way. So that's The Guest. Okay, and that's directed by the same guy who directed this pile of dog shit, Godzilla, Kong, The New Empire. And I bring that up to bring up the concept of one-hit wonder directors. Okay, so I have my Mount Rushmore of one-hit wonder movie directors. Okay, and I think Adam Wingard, he's got to be on that Mount Rushmore. Okay, because let's check out. Let me do this here. I'm gonna share out the old screen here, and we'll check out a little IMDb there. Yes, and check that out. All right, so let's look up a Adam Wingard here on IMDb. Okay, there's Adam Wingard. Okay, so we're gonna look at his filmography here. So there's Adam Wingard, and so let's take a look at here. Let's do this. Okay, so here's The Guest right here. It's got The Guest right there, 6.7. Okay, and this is a great movie. But then what's his next movie he does? Blair fucking Witch, the remake of Blair Witch. This is a terrible movie. Terrible movie, okay? Give you Charles Buckley. Terrible movie. Then he does Death Note. It's like some weak-ass Netflix movie. Godzilla versus Kong, not that great. It's better than Godzilla, Kong, The New Empire. And then we got Godzilla, Kong, The New Empire right there. So he's got this great movie, The Guest, and then that's like his one hit in my eyes. Now, when I say hit, I mean a movie that I like. Okay. Godzilla Kong and Godzilla versus Kong, Godzilla Kong, The New Empire. Those are proving to be hits there. But but hits in box office terms only. And I know that's what's considered a hit, right? Okay. So, but The Guest is a great movie, but yeah, he just shat the bed after that right there. So, what are some other directors there? Okay, my other directors that are on the Mount Rushmore of one-hit wonder directors is a guy named Timur, and I'm not even going to try to say his last name here. It's man, I cannot type. There we go. Timur, let's get this up here. I'll try it. Timur Bekmambetov, okay? And he directed Wanted. Remember Wanted with Angelina Jolie and James McAvoy? He directed that right there. Apparently, he's got a bunch of crap that he's directed there ever since Wanted, but none of it is good. Okay, none of it is good whatsoever. Okay, so we got Wanted in here. Wanted's in here somewhere. Where's that Wanted? Did I get the right one? 2012. Oh, he was a producer. Get that crap out of there. Come on. You'd think it's the first time I ever went to IMDb here. So, all right. So 2001, it's in here. Trust me, folks, it's in here. So there's Wanted. There we go. Okay, so we got a Wanted right here. We can actually get that up there. Yeah, we got a Wanted right there. So that's a great movie. It's a fantastic movie. Okay, James McAvoy and Angelina Jolie, Morgan Freeman, great movie. And then what's his next movie that he does? Oh my God, it's this nasty, shitty movie here, and it is Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. My God, this movie was a piece of dog shit. I swear to God, this movie was dog shit. So again, he had one hit. He had that movie Wanted. That was his one hit right there, and then he just shit the bed right after that. Okay, so Adam Wingard and Timur Bekmambetov, they are our first two not so proud members of the Mount Rushmore of one-hit wonder directors. And then we have John Hamburg. Oh, John Hamburg. John Hamburg, and his claim to fame for me is I Love You, Man. I Love You, Man. That's the movie that I think is fantastic. I got I Love You, Man with Paul Rudd and Jason Segel. Okay. You got all kinds of great guys, great people in here. You got Rashida Jones, Jamie Presley, looking very hot, Jon Favreau, J.K. Simmons, Andy Samberg. A hilarious movie. Okay, hilarious. Okay, and then what's he direct after that? Okay, this is so sad. What's he direct after that? Why him? Why him? Okay, why this movie? Okay, why? Why? Okay, this movie was a cinematic abomination. Okay, this movie sucked ass. Okay, um, it just didn't even try. It's just like, hey, we just got to like be vulgar. Which again, I have no problem with vulgar movies and whatnot. But if you're gonna do it, like make it funny, right? And so that's yeah, John Hamburg did I Love You Man, and then did this shit heel of a fucking movie right here. This pile of dog shit right there. So yeah, John Hamburg is our not so proud other member or another member of the Mount Rushmore of one hit directors. There we go. If I can say that right there. All right, and then last but not least, everybody, this one is more of a golden oldie. Okay, we got Marco Brambilla, and you might be wondering, like, who the fuck is Marco Brambilla? Like, what did he direct? Well, I think you're going to recognize the movie that he directed right there, and that is one movie called Demolition Man. Yes, Demolition Man right here. Great movie. I think Demolition movie is a fantastic movie. It was one of the comeback movies for Stallone back in the early 90s, along with Cliffhanger. And of course, Wesley Snipes was, was hot in Hollywood at that time, pre going to jail for tax evasion. Okay. So, I mean, Snipes is still hot off of White Men Can't Jump and Jungle Fever and all that shit. So, New Jack City. And so, Demolition Man, fantastic movie. All right. So, but then what does good old Marco do for movies after Demolition Man? Well, nothing whatsoever. I mean, this is so sad what he does after this. Demolition Man and then Excess Baggage. That's his next movie after Demolition Man. Are you fucking kidding me? Alicia Silverstone, Benicio del Toro, Abomination, an abortion of a movie. Are you kidding me? So yeah, that's why he's a one-hit wonder director right there. Fantastic futuristic action movie in Demolition Man from Marco Brambilla, and then Excess Baggage. Oh my god! Yeah, just what the hell? So yeah, it's just what these directors, my God, I like you hit the Powerball one time already. That one time, what happened to you after those movies? Like what the? I mean, did it's just nuts. What's so ever? I mean, like the Joker said in The Dark Knight. What happened? Did your balls fall off? Crazy, man, crazy. Trevor definitely is obviously a fan of Wanted, so I can bend bullets. Yes, that was a great part of Wanted right there. So yeah, Morgan Freeman teaching Wesley, James McAvoy's character, the ropes as what was the name of the Federation, the Foundation, the collection, the collective, or something like that, or the society, or I can't remember what the name of the group is that James McAvoy was recruited into there. But apparently, I need to watch Wanted again. Okay, so oh yeah, here we go. I like that, Trevor. Yeah, sage question here. But have you seen the movie Lincoln? Spoiler alert: he dies at the end. Oh my God! Oh, how can you ruin the movie for me like that, Trevor? You have stained the name of this show right there. How dare? None of us knew that Abraham Lincoln already died right there. So yes. And the next thing you know, you're going to be giving away the spoiler for the movie Titanic very soon. But those are that's my Mount Rushmore of one-hit wonder directors right there. So Adam Wingard, Timur Bekmambetov, John Hamburg, and Marco Brambilla. Okay, but thankfully they haven't built that particular Mount Rushmore up in South Dakota quite yet. And my money's on them never doing that. Okay. So, and they never, ever should. Okay. So, never, ever should. So, all right. So, hey, just to give you guys a heads up for next week's episode, or, well, I guess, yeah, it's going to be next week's episode is going to pertain to this. But this Sunday, for my spoiler-free review show that I do every Sunday afternoon, the Movies Merica live show. This week's movie is Monkey Man. Monkey Man, the movie. It's like a martial arts movie. Okay, with Dev Patel. You guys might know Dev Patel best as like the main character of the movie Slumdog Millionaire from a few years back. Okay, the Bollywood movie. I guess you'd call it a Bollywood movie. Slumdog Millionaire. And he was in there with the very, very, very attractive Frida Pinto in that. She's a total smoke show. And so Dev Patel is directing and starring in this martial arts action movie called Monkey Man. Okay. He was also in a great movie called Lion. So as in the animal, the king of the jungle, Lion. Okay. And that's a great, great movie. You'll be reaching for the Kleenex at the end of that movie right there. So it's a very good movie called Lion there. But Monkey Man this next week. Okay, so and then of course the episode of Movies Merica spoiler warning in a week will be us talking all spoilery about Monkey Man. Okay, so yeah, definitely check out Monkey Man before that because it's getting great reviews so far. With that right there. So let me check this out here. Let's see. All right. Nope. Let's see if it's got a cinema score quite yet for Monkey Man. Let's see. Let's do that. Do a little searchy search for the old Monkey Man. All right. So Monkey. Yeah. I got that stupid monkey song from George Michael in my head. Thanks to myself for that. Monkey Man. Well, there's probably no cinema score yet because it's not out yet. So how would there be a cinema score? Come on, fan. Jeez, what am I thinking? I think it's like my first rodeo over here or something. Yeah, what the hell? But all that to say is I want to give you a heads up that Monkey Man will be on the menu in this next week right there. Okay, so all right, and let's see what our next order of business is. Well, my next order of business is to get another drink here. So there we go. Fruity and sparkly, very fruity and sparkly. Okay, so all right. So I think we're getting ready to wrap up this episode, everybody. Okay, all about Godzilla, Kong, the new Empire there. But before I do, I just want to tell you about a few other things here. And I want to tell you all about moviesmerica.com. And why would you want to go there? Well, if you want to just check out the audio-only versions of my spoiler-free reviews that come out every Sunday afternoon, you can check them out on moviesmerica.com. That's also a good place to get to our merch store. There's a merch store link in there, Till Death Podcast Network. Pardon me. Till Death Podcast Network merch store link at moviesmerica.com. And then also, if you want some other places to check out the audio-only version of my spoiler-free reviews, you can go like the typical places you go to listen to podcasts, like Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, so on and so forth. Okay, and check that out. And now, if you happen to check out the podcast version of those episodes, feel free to, I would not be offended to if you give it a 5-star rating. That's cool. And then also follow the show there on Apple Podcast or Google Podcast. Okay, so there, because that way you get the podcast episodes downloaded automatically there for you. Okay, so that's moviesmerica.com. Now, I do have to warn you, the audio-only versions, a lot of times I don't get them out as soon as I should. Okay, so really it's better to just watch the show, okay, on YouTube and Rumble and Pilled, and you can get to it on Twitter as well. You get to it off of Gab as well. So just watch the show. Okay, that's the best way to do it, because that way you can see it like right off the bat, right? Or live too, because the show is live on Sunday, just like this show is live on Thursday night. Okay, but yeah, I do procrastinate a little bit. Okay, getting the audio only versions of my Movies America Live spoiler free reviews out there. So just a little disclosure, a little honesty between friends. Okay, so there you go. All right, and then next is the fact that I am on the social medias. Okay, I'm on X and Instagram and Gab. I'm on Facebook as well. All under at Movies America. Okay, you can check me out on Pilled as well, pilled.net. I'm there under Movies America. Okay, and when you find me out there, if you haven't already, go ahead and you hit the old follow button or the subscribe button. Okay, and subscribe to me, follow me, and then hey, if you DM me after you do that, and let me know, hey sucker, I just followed you. Hey, I'll follow you back. Okay, so you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Okay, so and with no strings attached. Okay, so totally friendly back scratch going on here. So okay, so yeah, check me out there at those locations. Yeah, YouTube. Well, you can find me under Till Death Podcast Network. You can follow Till Death Podcast Network out there. Okay, and then we have our tdpn.locals.com. I'm not going to go too exhaustively into that because I mentioned that earlier. That's just our website for the Till Death Podcast Network, where we have all our fantastic, entertaining, tantalizing content like articles and blogs and videos, all that cool shit at tdpn.locals.com. And then, just like every great empire in the world, the Ming Dynasty, the Roman Empire, Alexander the Great, what do they all have in common? Battle? No. Great loves? No. Merch stores? Yes. Great empires tend to have merch stores. And the Till Death Podcast Network is a empire as well, and it is just like them, where they have their own, where we have our own merch store. And in order to get to the merch store of the Till Death Podcast Network empire, just got to click on the merch store link down below in the description. Okay, so just look in the description of this episode, and you'll find the merch store link there. And you can get yourself some cool shit like a Movies America t-shirt, Movies America phone cases, Movies America shot glasses. Just think of it, man. Movies, if you can think of it, there's a Movies America version of it. Okay, so, well, you probably can't get a Movies America muffler or a Movies America particle accelerator. Probably can't get that. Maybe next week we'll work on that. But for right now, you can't get those versions. You can't get a Movies America version of those things. But pretty damn close to everything else. All right. So, but yeah, in order to check out all the cool shit to buy, yeah, just click on the merch store link down in the description right there, everybody. And then we have our at Till Death Network, solo.to/Till Death Pod Network. Pardon me. At the beer burps popping now. You would want to go here if you want a one-stop shop of all the links that have to do with the Till Death Podcast Network, all the links to various things, okay, shows, whatnot, links to other entertaining things. If you don't want to have to hunt and peck all over Al Gore's worldwide interweb, you can go to this location down below, and you can get all the links your little heart desires about Till Death Podcast Network, everybody, okay? And then we're moving steadily on to solo.to/Till Death Studios. Now, why would you want to go there? Well, you would want to go there you'd want to go there if you're like a content creator like myself, okay, where you're doing a show like this, but you want to pretty up your show a little bit, okay? You want to enhance your show, okay? No, not that kind of enhancement, not for down there. Enhancement for your show, okay? Like up at the very top, you got the overlay up at the very top, or you got this background here, or the intros that you saw at the beginning. If you're in the content creation game, if you're in the show creation game, and you want some cool bells and whistles, some cool flair like that, then yeah, go to solo.to/Till Death Studios, and my man Ian is going to hook you up with cool visual flair like that for your show or shows, okay? But you've got to take the first step and go to solo.to/Till Death Studios, y'all. All right, and then next but not least, solo.to/I'm Sean Cav. And that's where you can go for all the links to everything that Sean does here on the Till Death Podcast Network and off the Till Death Podcast Network. He's a great bass guitar player. He's got a lot of music links in there, I bet. There's links for his Sipping with Sean show that he does every other Friday afternoon. Okay, so check solo.to/I'm Sean Cav out there. And we're going to move on to solo.to/the Whiskey Capitalist. And that's where you can go to check out the links that have to do with the Whiskey Capitalist podcast show that you check out every Monday and Wednesday nights. Okay. And again, if you don't want to have to search high and low for the links to watch the Whiskey Capitalist podcast, just go to that address right down there. Okay. Right there. Okay. And check it out. Okay. All right. And then last but certainly not least, solo.to/Till Death Podcast. Yes. And that Till Death Podcast, that is the flagship show of the Till Death Podcast Network. It's the very first show on the network, and it's still going long and strong. Okay. And so that show comes on every other Saturday afternoon, and that's a show with Ian and his lovely wife, Jen, bringing you the hot button topics of the day from their marital perspective. Okay, they bring you all kinds of cool stories with the marital mirth that they provide. Okay, so and they have the hot button topics, sizzling stories of the day, the funnies. They show you all kinds of funny videos and that kind of thing. So, but check them out. Check out all their witty banter on the Till Death Podcast show. And no better place to go than solo.to/Till Death Podcast to have quick access to their shows coming up or shows that they've already done. Okay, there's plenty of episodes in the past to check out of that show right there, everybody. Yes. And so let's check out here. Okay, so don't have to do that. Not at all. Okay. So we're coming down to it, people. We're coming down to the end of this show, everybody. But I just want to thank everybody before I forget for watching this show live, or if you are watching this later on, hey, fantastic. If you're watching this way in the future, if you're watching, like in the year 2072, well, first off, hey, everybody, in 2072, I'm long dead, but hey, I appreciate you watching the show all the same. And yeah, if you're watching the recording of this show, get in the comments down below, okay? Get in the comments in YouTube and Rumble and Pilled, okay? And I want to hear from you. Let me know, hey, is there anything you didn't like about the episode? And if so, what do you think I could do to improve? Is there anything you liked about the episode? And what was it that you liked? Okay, so, or let me know of a movie you want me to review, or anything that comes into your mind that you want to comment to me in the comments. That's fantastic. I love hearing from everybody, and I try to get to all the comments that I can, most definitely. Okay. And then, hey, let me beg one last time to like this episode. Hit that like button down below, and then also subscribe and follow by hitting that subscribe or follow button down below there. If you're checking me out as well, and follow me on X, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Gab and Pilled. Follow me there. And again, like I said, if you send me a DM, if you get all up in my DMs and you tell me, hey, motherfucker, I just followed you on Gab, or I followed you on Pilled, then I will follow you back. Okay, so definitely do that right there. Okay, all right. Hey, everybody, get out there, people. Those movies aren't gonna watch themselves. See ya.
Hey! I got the police after me. They're coming after me, okay? But I got just enough time to ask you. Just like this video, if you would, and then subscribe to this channel, okay? I'm gonna be in handcuffs pretty soon. I gotta tell you. Hey, so before they haul me off, make sure you watch these videos over here, okay? And thanks for watching this video and the Till Death Podcast Network, okay? I gotta go.